Good morning. So I'm running some errands this morning. Had to go to the bank, and I'm on my way to Rural King to take care of that string trimmer that safety cars. Somebody was turning in front of me. Anyway, gonna take this one back and get the right one. Somebody just asked in a comment in yesterday's video, what is this Rural King you speak of? And you guys don't know what Rural King is? So we're gonna film it. Rural King is glorious. It's like redneck superstore awesomeness, and they have everything. So I'll show you. Oh, we're here. Okay, we gotta get our return done, and then I'll show you. But the first thing you do when you get to Rural King is get the free popcorn to eat while you're in the store. All right, well, I gotta go get the right one too. We can do an exchange first, but we've got your jeans, socks, boots. We've got it all here. Shirts and kids department. This is all the livestock and pet food. Everything. They have everything. We gotta find the Milwaukee lawn and garden tool section, which is down here somewhere. Your chainsaws. Next one, I think. Down here. So the one that I bought is that one. And the little thing that I missed, see up here on this one, that little sticker right there, quick lock attachment capable. That one doesn't have it. That was what I missed. I thought they were the same. They're not. So we'll take this one back up. Welding supplies, air compressors, tools, they got it all. It's also where we get our RV antifreeze and DEF, because they have it by the pallet. Get your guns and ammo, your pellet grill pellets. We got it all. And just for good measure, the candy and grocery aisles. Well, I got what I needed. That was a quicker walkthrough than I had planned because, well, I had to get it and get back to do the return exchange. Anyway, we're heading back to the farm. We're going to use this and go scout some more beans today. Oh yeah, they've also got their whole outdoor area, tractors and such. It's basically like Tractor Supply, except for they have 4 times as much stuff and selection, and their prices are way better than Tractor Supply. So, you know, it's a pretty handy, convenient store, especially since this one is relatively close. My truck needed a quick bath. All right, let's try this again. This one was a little more expensive than the one I returned because it comes with a battery and a charger, and it wasn't a bare tool like the other one. But that's okay. You can never have too many batteries, right? Well, I got the trimmer put on there. It worked. But I don't really want, well, not that I don't want it. I don't really need the trimmer. That wasn't why I bought it. I bought it for that pole saw. So let's get those opened up. Here's our pole saw. And I got an extension so I can reach farther. Clip them all together. Sweet. Should work. So I got a tree down at my new house lot, seed warehouse there, that it needs a haircut. That's what this is for. All right, I'm gonna take this down there. I got it. It's in there. We'll work on that tree a little bit. I might still have to get, you know, the backhoe bucket or something to stand in to reach a little higher, but I can get some of it from the ground, and I need to talk to the guys working on the house, so see what we can do. So this is my tree, my one and only tree on the whole property, because there's a dead one over there, but it's dead. It is a bur oak, and bur oaks are notorious for when you cut limbs off or they get trimmed, they grow new ones out and they look hairy up the trunk here. So we're gonna try and cut some of this lower stuff off and just make it look a little better. Let's go. gonna be hard for me to film this. Sorry. Getting better. I can get another ring around up there, that one big cluster. There, that's better. Now, if only I could get that dead branch out of there somehow, but I sure can't reach that one. That would require climbing. I don't feel like climbing. Oh well, it looks good. Got my trailer so we can clean up the mess. Haul this back to the woods. All right, it's lunchtime. When I get back, we're gonna go scout some soybeans. I don't think we have anywhere that is ready to spray. But we're gonna look. We'll try and find the earlier maturing, the 2.8 beans that we haven't sprayed yet, and see if those are ready. All right, I am on my way back to the farm from lunch here, and this is one of the bean fields that I wanted to stop and look at. These are 2.8 maturity, I believe. They are getting planted to wheat this fall. So, thought we'd stop and take a look here. They're tall. They look pretty good. You can see the bottom leaves are lower. Somebody asked about, or are yellow. Somebody asked about that in one of my previous videos. There's a couple of reasons that they are yellow. Well, the reason they're yellow is because they're not getting any sunlight down there, right? So if you look down in there, very little sunlight getting to the lower leaves, so they're turning yellow because basically their job is done. You'll also notice there's some brown spots on them. That is probably disease, actually. That's probably a disease called brown spot. It comes in early, usually on the lower leaves. And it can be an issue, but usually the lower leaves, by the time they're infected enough to matter, we've got enough upper canopy to soak up the sunlight, and it doesn't. So, the question is, what do we got coming in here? See that speckling on those leaves? What's caused that? And is there more disease pressure coming? I would guess that there is. So, staging the beans. Oh yeah, I can already tell we've got pods right there that are ready to go. So, it's time to spray these two fields here. Okay, minor change of plans. So, we are going to spray some beans hopefully later this afternoon. But, Dad just called me. He has been out mowing some filter strips and stuff. Remember I told you the other day that we're within our window to mow filter strips on the Ohio ground. And so he's using the 7520 to do that. And he was just heading home from one of our farms that's 10 miles away. He said he heard a rubbing sound, and it sounds like the wheel has slid on the axle and is rubbing the fender. I don't know how that happened. Apparently the wedges came loose or something. He said he didn't see anything broken, but we need to take some blocking, jacks, wrenches, and try and roll that tire back out and get it tightened up good so that he can get the tractor home. So I'm gonna head back to the farm here real quick. We're gonna get some tools and supplies, anything that we could possibly need, and head down there and see if we can get that fixed. All right, we got a jack. Should be enough blocking. I grabbed a whole bunch of sockets, hammer, wrenches, impact. I don't know. This one's far enough. I don't want to have to come back for more stuff. Well, let's see what we're dealing with. This one here, it looks like. A little close. Huh. All right, he's gonna jack that up. I loosened up these wedges. Basically loosen these bolts here and then use the pusher bolts to push against the rim, and it pulls this out, which loosens the wedges, and then we use that bolt, turn it, and it follows this out. Well, got it. That one was easier than the 8R that we broke all the bolts when we had to do it this spring. Looks all right. We'll tighten them up when we get home again. That one wedge didn't suck in quite as far as I think it maybe should, but it was tight. I tightened them up with the Milwaukee 1/2-inch high torque, and Dad said, "Well, aren't you going to torque them by hand?" So I put the breaker bar, the big long breaker bar. This one's not a short regular one. I can't move them, so it's tight. Okay, well, we got Dad all taken care of there. I had one more field of beans that I wanted to look at, and he kind of called me and interrupted that process. This is one of the last planted fields of beans, but they're in early maturing at 2.5 maturity, so I thought they might be ready to spray, so we're going to take a look. Again, we're looking for R3 soybeans. R3 means you count from the top node with a fully expanded trifoliate, which on this plant, this trifoliate is not fully expanded. Not quite. So we're going to say this one, and we're going to count down 4 nodes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're looking for a pod that's 3/16 of an inch long. That one is just, yeah, it's there. You know, you go down one more node, and you got a 1/2 inch long pod there. So these are early R3. They're barely there, but I would consider them to be there and sprayable. So we can spray this field. And then the one that we looked at before. I was looking through the varieties list and what got planted where. The rest of the fields all have 3.1 or 3.3 or even 3.5 beans on them, and they're just not ready yet. So we're going to spray this field, the other 2 just down the road that have those 2.8 beans in it that we looked at, and then we'll wait until next week to finish spraying more beans, or at least to go look at some more. There is about 200 acres between those 3 fields though, so that's 2.5 loads of fungicide to spray. We'll go do that. All right, let's do some spraying again. Since I've got this 3-inch all plumbed up and rigged up, we're gonna use that. I gotta start the sprayer up, but yeah, we can fill her in a hurry. So the way this works is we've got these 2 tanks here, they got water in them, and they're 2-inch valves coming out, but they both come together into this 3-inch. And since we're sucking out of 2 of them, we got plenty of volume. I've got 3-inch main line that comes over to here, where it did reduce back down to this 2-inch that fed our pump. But since we needed to be able to suck it out of there with the sprayer the other day when our pump was in Berkey, I rigged this up with 3-inch going that way to the sprayer. So I just got to open this valve here and then turn the switch on the sprayer, and it will load itself, and it's got 3-inch plumbing to do it. You can't use the sprayer pump to load itself if you don't have 3-inch plumbing, because, well, it'll break the seals from sucking too hard. So I got that all hooked up and open, and we just hit this, and away it goes. And while that's filling, we're gonna put our Mirabis in. We need our standard 80-acre full load. That's 8.56 gallons of chemical, 1,200 gallons of water. Just about full. Now I have to come back down here and shut this valve off before we disconnect it. Otherwise, all my tanks will drain. Well, it'll start pouring out of there in a hurry anyway. I really should plumb this up better and have a 3-inch direct attached fill hose option, something, so that we can do this regularly instead of having to use the 2-inch pump. Well, what we should do is get a 3-inch pump, but I've tried talking Dad into that, and he says, but I need to get out of the sprayer and stretch my legs. So I understand, but it is nice to be able to go fast, fill fast. All right, we're gonna start with this field. There is 46 acres in it. Get it done easy, and then we'll jump across the ditch. You guys have seen this. Let's just spray. So we've got a filter strip along this field all the way along it, because there's a ditch there in those trees. You can see Dad's been down here with the mower. That looks really good. Did a nice job. Try and keep it mowed down when we can, so that the trees and the weeds get knocked down and we don't get, you know, it doesn't get too crazy, wild, grown up. This is the first field I've really had to deal with electric poles in. I'm not real sure how Dad handles it. I'm just gonna fold this one in a little bit, I think. I can fold the outside. Can I fold the next one? I thought I could, maybe not, I don't know. Okay, those poles were a bit of a challenge. I'm gonna ask Dad how he sprays that, because he'll laugh and then we'll figure it out. These beans look a little rougher than the last field we were in. Yeah, we switched fields, sorry. We've got a few pockets like this where we're actually missing some beans. And they're just generally have a little bit of yellow pockets to them, which is a shame, because this is one of our better farms. I think we've had a little bit more rain here than some of our other fields, so it is what it is. hopefully this fungicide will give them a little boost and a kick and keep them moving and get them growing a little better again. You can see there's another one of the biggest drowned out spots I've seen on any of our fields this year. Oh well, still hard to complain. Tank's empty, time to fold her up and load up again. We did 35 in this field, 44 left, and then we've got the other one that's like 81 acres. All right, I'm loaded up. We're heading back to that field to finish. All right, there's a little sliver here, or a triangle that gets real tight, and there's electric poles, and I don't feel like spraying it, and it's just a tiny little bit there, so we're gonna call this one good enough. There's 6 acres that I didn't spray here, but part of that is those holes that there wasn't anything growing, so I just turned it off. So down the road to the last field we're gonna do today, and we'll get about half of it sprayed, I believe, and then we'll have to fill up and just put on enough to finish the field. So this field is one of our wetter ones. As you can tell, that there might be a problem. Well, we're not lined up directly with the standing water, but are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? We're gonna bail a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're spinning. We made it. That was close. Good thing our tank is almost empty. Or lighter, so we didn't sink in too much. All right, well, we didn't quite run empty, but I got to the front of the field right next to the driveway here, and it says we got 27 gallons left. So rather than turn around and making more tracks that are unnecessary, we just stopped here. We've got almost exactly half of the field done. Oh, there it is. And so I'll fill up enough to do like 35 of those acres, because we aren't going to get the full 80 in this field, or 79, whatever it is. So yeah, we'll just mix up enough to finish it, and we'll be empty, and everything's good. All right, so we got to load up a partial load here. We need about 525 gallons total on. It's 3.5 gallons Miravis. The rest is just water. So I'm gonna load her up. I picked up a couple of riders at the farm. My niece and nephew are down visiting grandma and everybody for the week, and they want to go for a sprayer ride. So I'm learning all about their trip to Disney World. It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
How about you, Kate? Did you have fun at Disney World? Yeah.
Yeah. Some rides we did like a lot of them. More than the scary ones. I have a list of scary ones. Okay.
All right, so we're unfolded here. We've got enough to spray 35 of the 39 acres left in the field, and it should go pretty quickly. So we've got a few more pockets like that where the water ponded and it's going to kill the beans. But hey, hey Brock, you see this spot right here?
Yeah.
Don't drive through it. That's a no-go zone, Brock. If you missed the reference, that's the spot where Brock got stuck back in March. You know, the spot with the tall grass and water in it. Here's, we've got some ragweeds coming in this little corner. I wonder if Dad ran out of spray or something and didn't come back and get them. We might have to clean those up. All right, we got her done. That's it for spraying today. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Kate? Yeah. Just busy watching it fold. All right, be careful going down. Turn around, Mason. Go down backwards. Don't you guys tell your cousins that I gave you rides in the sprayer. They'll be jealous.
Where are they?
They're not here.
I said to go backwards too.
Yeah, so why don't you listen to us?
I can do it my way too.
All right, just be careful. All right, well, I'm heading home. We had a pretty good day. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what's going on. I may spend part of the day going to see some of my seed customers. Next Friday, on the 30th of July, Wade, my agronomist, is coming up. Tony, my new sales rep, and we're going to have a little agronomic training insights day out at all of my plots. And so I'm going to invite some customers to that. If you are a customer of mine and you want to come and you're watching this, text me or let me know, and I'll tell you all the details about it. Or if you're somebody that's not a customer of mine but lives locally and should be a customer of mine, you're welcome to come too. But anyway, thanks for watching today. If you have any questions and comments, leave them down below. We'll see you guys again tomorrow, probably. If I'm not super busy doing stuff that's actually entertaining and worth filming, I probably won't make a video. But